what happens, as we know, in dungeon logic, physics, whatever it is. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Is It Isekai Podcast Anime Review for You. This is me, Jim Jam here, one co-host of the Is It Isekai Podcast, and I wanted to give you another anime for you to be all spoiled and everything, and hopefully you enjoy it and will want to watch it, and we hopefully will definitely have a second season. So, the reason why we do this thing, or the reason why I like to do these anime reviews, to give you a little spoiler and hopefully pump you up and introduce you in an anime that you probably haven't heard before. And then we're going to spoil it a lot, so then you want to watch it next season, hopefully. For now, the anime I'm going to be talking about, you can probably see it behind me, is Jack of All Trades, Party of None. We got the main character, Orhun, adventuring around with his longtime friends from back home in his village. But then we find out in the very first episode, as is typical when you have too many good powers, which is another trope, along with the reincarnation and the villainous trope, has been very popular nowadays, where the overpowered character, for some reason, gets kicked out of the hero party. Always the hero party. Sometimes he gets duped by the hero party. Sometimes his childhood friends is in the hero party, but they still end up kicking him out for some reason, which is ridiculous. But then he goes and decides, you know what? I can go solo dungeons by myself. So he sets out to go solo dungeons by himself because he can do that. He is an enchanter, but also with sword skills, which is interesting. So obviously he's very smart and very capable of doing all this stuff by himself. But will he be by himself? Guess what, y'all? Jim Jam is going to spoil it for you. Because no, he doesn't. I told you that right now. That is not going to happen. He goes and helps out the local main clan, I guess you could say, one of the biggest clans out there, the Night Sky Silver Rabbits. I can get that. I can say that. Night Sky Silver Rabbits. Definitely a different thing. I don't know why I keep saying that. This is a slip. Okay, so back to what I was talking about, anime. The question we all want to hear answer to on this particular episode from a podcast YouTube episode, is it isekai? And the answer is no. This is actually just a fantasy. It is not an isekai, which is very interesting. We just got magic. I don't know, magical tools, but not like electronic tools. So that part's kind of cool that they kept to the fantasy theme, and it's not like magical tools or anything, which is not too bad. If you have a magic tablet, I guess that kind of explains itself. And it's kind of a cheap thing, but you know, that's fine. Okay, so very interesting is that Orhun can be pretty much a whole entire adventurer party by himself. But that doesn't last long. Before even halfway through the season, we find out the Night Sky Silver Rabbits that he's been helping out, mostly mentoring the newbies, wants him to join the team, and of course he says yes, which is like, there's a whole entire thing where he's like, will I, won't I? But it's like, okay, very quickly we find out, yes, he's going to join the team. So he still ends up mentoring the newbies that he was mentoring, and joins the number one unit in the clan to help clear the dungeon, hopefully beat the Black Dragon, which we come to find out the Black Dragon killed one of their frontline people, and Orhun is taking that person's place. And I forgot to mention, before he even does that, he kills the Black Dragon. Craziness. Black Dragon ends up coming from all the way down to floor 92 all the way up to the top floor, and he kills the dragon by himself. I will leave most of those details for you to find out. I spoiled what happened because we kind of already figured out that he would kill the Black Dragon. But what happens is Unit 1, after he's joined them, tries to go back down and kill the Black Dragon again with him there. And it's kind of like, did they beat it or not? Because they had to like rush and do it real quick. Because what happens is, actually, I'm not going to tell you that part why. Hold on, put a pin in that. Anyways, he kills the Black Dragon, right? And then ends up joining the Night Sky Silver Rabbits, mentoring the same group of people the same newbies that he was mentoring before. But we also learned that there is a adventurer killer group named Amanthoth that is going around killing adventurers because they don't want the dungeons to be cleared, which is a very interesting plot point that they decided to put into this anime, which is kind of crazy to me. But they would have adventurer killers going around. We never do find out if they or why they started killing all those people. We find out they killed a lot of adventurers, but we never understood why. But we don't find out if killing all the adventurers that are going into the dungeons actually helps. Because what happens, as we know in dungeon logic, physics, whatever it is, when you don't kill the monsters, they overrun and they come to the surface and they start attacking people in villages and towns and stuff like that. So what is Amethyst thinking? So they just gonna, let all these monsters overrun the dungeon and come and kill the people out because they don't have any adventurers to kill them because you keep killing them? Ridiculous. So dumb. Okay. What's crazy about Orhun is one of the Amethyst people is a childhood friend of his that he does not remember. So we were wondering if he possibly lost his memories growing up or something. She's very infatuated with him, and he doesn't even remember her at all. And also, she thought he died. So something must have happened there that we are not given information about, which is kind of crazy. All right, so back to the Black Dragon. I mentioned that Orhun killed the Black Dragon on his own, which found its way up to the top your earlier floor somehow. Ooh, yeah, something happened. And Unit 1, towards the end of the season, goes back down, tries to fight Black Dragon again. Dude has a tougher time, even though Orhun is there, which is kind of crazy, because apparently the Black Dragon had more powers than anybody thought it did. Okay, sure. Yes, same Black Dragon, different powers. Okay. So we are kind of left to our own devices to try to figure out if they beat the Black Dragon or not, or they end up having to run. I would have liked it if it would have been definitively they had to run, because they didn't get a chance to go, didn't have enough time to fight Black Dragon. But we don't know that for right now. Okay, very good anime, very fantasy based. It's also great because you see a lot of Orhun's abilities. Everybody has a special skill, which is kind of cool. It's layering on the story instead of just oh, go learn magic, and then everybody has their own roles in the party, and then it's okay, but then you don't know what special skills everybody has. So it's developing that. And then the adventure killers, which is kind of crazy, that they are there trying to killing the adventurers. Is why did they even become a thing anyway? It's like a cult or something like that, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so hopefully we'll get a season 2, because we want to see more of what Orhun is doing. Will he go and fight Amethyst and kill most of them or take them all out or something like that? How strong will he become? Does he really need a party to be with if he's a party all by himself? I mean, it literally says in the title, Jack of all trades, party of none, but then he joins a party halfway through the season. So what? Okay, sure. What is the whole point of him being that strong if he just goes and joins a party? Doesn't make any sense to me. But I will say that this anime gets a 9 out of 10 Black Dragon swords, because that's what kind of sword he has, which is kind of sick. So definitely go check this out. Hopefully there'll be a second season before not too long. I gotta tell you though, these fantasy shows where the main character gets kicked out, whether if it's an isekai or not, out of the hero party. Then we had one last season, we got another one this season. It's okay, they're all starting to run together. What's the difference between all of them? I will say I do like the trope where he's by himself, and then once again the adventurer killers, which is kind of cool. That kind of thing, and then the tie that they have to that. Also the hero party is of course a bunch of assholes. I'm not too surprised when that happened, but yeah, let's see how weak they actually get, or if they actually get stronger, because they got a huge ego on all of them, which is kind of ridiculous. All right, so definitely go check this out. Let some stuff out, but you've been spoiled for the most part. I'm going to say that more formally here in a few seconds. But really do enjoy this whole entire theme of this whole entire anime, and want everybody to go check it out, and hopefully we do get a second season. All right, you've been spoiled. Catch us next. Well, no, I did that wrong. Catch us next time on Is It Isekai Podcast Anime Reviews with your co-host Jim Jam right here. You've been spoiled. Bye.